The Russian military has suffered significant losses in its ongoing offensive in Ukraine. News.com has learned that according to figures released by Ukrainian authorities between December 7th and 9th, Russia lost 3,010 soldiers, 21 tanks, and 15 missiles in the fighting. The data was posted on Facebook by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in 3 separate daily updates, with each post punctuated with the mantra "Beat the Occupier." According to the updates on December 7th, the Russians suffered 1,120 casualties, followed by 990 on December 8th, and 900 on December 9th, per Newsweek. These figures do not specify the number of killed or injured, nor do they indicate where in the fighting the casualties were inflicted. In addition to the latter, Ukrainians claim to have destroyed 18 Russian tanks on December 7th, followed by 8 on the next day and 6 on the day that followed. One missile launch was reported on December 7th, followed by an additional 14 2 days later, bringing the total to 15. In addition to tanks and missiles, Ukraine also reported destroying 26 armored combat vehicles and 21 artillery systems on December 7th, followed by an additional 26 and 12 respectively the next day. The latest report, published on Saturday, December 9th, indicates the destruction of 11 vehicles and 1 weapons system. The Institute for the Study of War, ISW, a think tank based in Washington, D.C., weighed in on the situation, saying that if the Ukrainian reports of Russian casualties were accurate, Moscow may be losing more soldiers than it can mobilize. In its December 7th update, the ISW stated that Russian crypto mobilization efforts are producing approximately 20,000 to 40,000 personnel per month, a rate that may be lower than Russia's current casualty rate in Ukraine. These alleged statistics follow a major offensive by Russian troops around the town of Avdiivka in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region, and comes in the wake of a Ukrainian counterattack during the summer and autumn, in which Kyiv regained some territory but failed to achieve its objective of severing Russia's land bridge to Crimea. In addition to this disappointment, Ukraine has received a blow to its war efforts in the form of an 87% drop in new foreign aid packages to Kyiv between August and October, compared to the same period in 2022, per Kiel Institute for the World Economy. The latter, for the most part, is the result of a prevailing congressional deadlock over legislation that would provide an additional $106 billion in aid for Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, and the U.S.-Mexico border. House Republicans are claiming that they will only support the legislation in exchange for tougher border control policies. The reported losses suffered by Russia have not been independently verified.